What is he doing? Oh, he's doing that orb skill. Yeah. This is like massively annoying. I don't know why I didn't die, but oh shh. Well, you know, we just died. We just died with Cyclops. People keep leaving, people keep joining. Nobody wants to be played with me. My God, this is so stupid. I thought there were people that wanted to get carried for Galactus. Why do people keep joining and then leaving? Did you want to play Galactus or not? Make up your mind. What, my team doesn't look strong enough? Why, if you're so desperate to get Silver Surfer bios, why are you being such a picky bitch? What is up, future fighters? I'm not in the best mood, but I'm very curious to see how Cyclops does against Galactus. I haven't played Galactus with anyone in like 2 or 3 weeks, but I want to see how he fares. So we've got the best team set up for him going here with both Ghost Panther for the fire damage, and then we've also got Shuri for the extra buffs here. My 5th skill somehow got canceled, which is really cool. Lose a whole bunch of damage. But yeah, let's go ahead and see how he does. We had about, I would say, 1.5 practice runs before this, but we were having issues with lots of lag when I was just joining random public matches and not making my own, where Galactus would kind of just sit there and the boss's HP, Galactus's HP wouldn't move. Like, you'd do a bunch of attacks and nothing would happen. So it was really hard for me to time my procs, really hard for me to see what was going on and how much damage I was doing. And so I need that sort of instantaneous feedback. As far as my feedback so far on Cyclops versus Galactus, you can see it seems pretty good. We're doing like over 10 mil in a minute. And the good thing about Cyclops specifically against Galactus and other content that might come in the future is that his skills all have a fairly fast animation time. None of his skills take an incredibly long time to animate. And so you can actually, especially his tier 3 skill, like, you can pop this off fairly quickly and then just get out of the way. Now, I did take damage there, and I think one of my teammates died. Yeah, rip Loki and rip Proxima. But the nice thing about Cyclops is you can fit almost all of his skills. You know, you can fit 5, 4, 2, and 3. Most of 3 anyways. 3 is pretty much the only like really long animation, but otherwise you can fit all of his skills into a single rotation. And so because of that, you can not only get more damage off, but you can sneak a lot of damage in. So, you know, even in the pauses, like, you know, even in the pauses between attacks against Galactus, you can squeeze in extra skills to build up. Oh, he ripped. You can sneak in extra skills in between his attacks to build up your tier 3 meter even faster. And that's nice because it allows you to get in more damage. So that is one thing to take into consideration. Not only the cooldown, like here, look, I can sneak in the 4th skill. I could probably sneak in the 5 as well, but anyways. I think they both died. Wow, this is a true solo now, boys. But anyways, because of the fact that his skills have very fast animation times, there's no way I can collect all of the orbs here. But because they have very fast animation times, I can get all of the skills in and charge my tier 3 skill faster, get more tier 3 skills off. There, it's like a weird sort of attack speed, move speed buff or debuff. When you're the one who hits him with the Doctor Strange buff, you end up being like slowed down massively. But this is a nice opportunity because I get to see that Cyclops can actually do a full carry by himself. And the other nice thing, specifically against Galactus, is that I can fix my mistakes with Cyclops. Oh man, seriously? Because of the heal. So he has, I think, a pretty good shot. Now, of course, this is going to take me a little bit longer than I would have liked it to because of the fact that I have to do a full solo, but it does give you a good idea of how many bars he does per tier 3 skill, how many bars he does per animation, and per rotation. So, yeah, we get to see that, and I think that sort of the idea of a rotation being faster or slower, like Jean Grey has a pretty slow rotation because her animations are fast, but her skills have long cooldowns. And then other characters have long animations. Like, for example, Namor, all of his skills have short animations except for his 5th skill. So the nice thing about Namor is you can cycle through all of those skills quickly and then leave 5 because it's got not only a longer cooldown, but it's got a longer animation. So I think Cyclops fits more into the realm, or more into the role of the comparison of someone like Namor, where you can get through everything quickly and sort of allows you to not only build up the tier 3 skill faster, but you get to sneak in a lot of extra attacks in between Galactus's phases, and particularly against these sort of slower moving bosses. These sorts of rotations are good because of the fact that you can sneak attacks in between. Now, you still have to be like super careful, and of course this entire run is predicated on me not making any mistakes, because otherwise it's over if I die. But let's see here. We're taking quite a bit of time here, but yeah, we're doing literally a full solo. We have like 150,000 damage between the three of us, or between the other two members of the team, not including me. But in the meantime, I was able to build up my entire tier 3 skill with basically 2 full rotations in the time it took him to do that little charge up thing. So that's pretty nice. We'll be able to pop a tier 3 skill here in a second, as soon as I collect like a mad scramble for as many of these orbs as I can get. We are not doing a very good job, so he's gonna get a lot of health back. I thought I debuffed him there, I didn't, which is kind of a bummer. But yeah, so this is not the best run. I had a much cleaner run that I'll be able to show for you guys, where I had teammates that were actually doing something, and Cable, double Cable actually, was just a nice complement, a nice sort of consistent damage to Cyclops's kind of burst damage strategy, where he just pops the tier 3 skill and drops like 1, 2, 3... Well, that was only 3 bars, but when I get the full rotation, or when I get the full amount of time, you basically need the whole Rage proc active. But when you get that to land, you get a lot more damage out of it, and you can see that it's like multiple bars. I gotta see what he's gonna do here before I do anything, because yeah, we gotta be super careful. We're in the home stretch here. We don't want to lose it here for Caradras, whoever this guy is. I should have waited to proc it, but let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, it's over 4 bars with the 5th skill. It's 5 bars per tier 3 skill with the 5 included, so that's really nice. And you can charge that up fairly quickly to, you know, pretty great effects. You can see here it's a full clear, full solo clear. This is probably not as good as... Oh, this is bad. I don't think we're gonna be able to kill him either. Okay, well, it's not the worst thing in the world, actually. I thought something more painful was coming. That wasn't actually so bad. I think we're gonna be able to finish it here with the 3rd skill. Are we? Yep, there we go. So that was a 6.5 minute full solo clear with Cyclops. I have a better one to show you guys. I showed you a little clip where I died at the beginning. Those are my rewards, but now I want to cut to the run that I did with those double Cables. These are both random runs with random teams, so that you guys can see a much faster, much smoother run with Cyclops, given a little bit more help from my teammates, and how his run looks a lot more similar to someone else soloing like a Namor. Although he's not as fast as Namor, he's definitely not as slow as that was out to make him seem, because I had to literally do a full carry. You know, I lost a lot of time because my teammates weren't collecting the orbs, so Galactus healed like an extra 20 bars, probably like 15 to 20 bars, so I probably would have cleared that, you know, anywhere from 1 to 2 minutes faster, maybe even more, if my teammates had just stayed alive. They don't have to do damage, but staying alive is so important against Galactus, specifically because of those orbs. Really pay attention here to brush up on my skills and to see how good Cyclops can be, how much damage he can output, if he can hang with the likes of Namor, if he can hang with the likes of Sharon Rogers, and other tier 3s who do Galactus, and can he do it well? We're going to pop the tier 3 here. We're going to let that sit through and see how many bars it takes. A little bit laggy. I don't know who I'm playing with, by the way. For those of you that are wondering, I'm just playing with random people, but they seem cool. And hopefully we'll do some work. The cool thing is I think they're both using Cable. So we've got a double Cable team, so that should be an interesting sort of juxtaposition between that and my Cyclops. I'm not playing particularly well at the moment, but we're not playing particularly badly either. We just need to get the rhythm of things, and we need to not get guard broken, because those punches do guard break us, sadly. But we want to get as many tier 3 skills off as we can. The nice thing about Cyclops versus Galactus specifically is that he has very... Oh, I'm trapped. I'm gonna take a lot of damage here. So, well, the nice thing is that I got hit a bunch of times. No, the nice thing is that his skills, for the most part, have very low animation time. They're very fast skills. And so that means that I can get off a lot of skills in a hurry. I can sort of sneak skills in between, in kind of like Namor. Besides Namor's 5th skill, all of Namor's other skills have a very fast animation, and so fast animations let you do things like this. So right now, we've got this thing, and I'm just going to squeeze in these attacks, and there, I run away. I'm not trying to deal a lot of damage in some of these cases. Sometimes I'm just trying to build up my tier 3 skill, but why are you mixing sides? Just stay on your side, buddy. But in this case, I'm able to build up my tier 3 skill faster because I can sneak these skills in between phases, in between attacks, and so on and so forth, and I don't have to sit through long animations. So that is one thing that is good that characters can take advantage of, specifically against Galactus, and specifically when there are tier 3 characters, because you want to get off as many tier 3 skills as possible, so it just makes sense. So yeah, so that's kind of what I'm trying to do with Cyclops. I'm not too worried about his damage on skills 1 through 5 because we know his 1 through 5 are not that great. The majority of his damage is going to be done through getting his 5th skill or his 6th skill off. The only thing I'm having a bit of trouble is triggering the rage proc. I'm kind of using his ultimate skill without the proc already triggered. It seems that it just doesn't trigger that often. Some of his skills just don't have enough hits, and that was kind of the problem yesterday versus ABX. That guard hit was really punishing us because of the fact that we couldn't strip the guard hit fast enough. But he's doing great. 3 minutes in, he's got almost 40 million damage. But you see what I'm saying? There we go. There we triggered it. It's a bit of a weird camera angle. We've been stuck at this camera angle for a while, and you guys can see there's a little bit of lag. But that's the nice thing. You see there, we just cycled through all of Cyclops' skills. And I think that's something you're going to start to hear from people when we talk about Cyclops' skill rotation. You can fit almost all 5 of his... What is this cable doing? You can fit almost all... Why are you coming here, dude? I'm here. You don't need to be where I am. Anyways, I don't know why he thought I couldn't collect my own orbs. But anyways, that's the one good thing about Cyclops, is that his skills have pretty short animations overall, so you can fit all of his skills. Oh, is he doing that? So let me know what you guys think of Cyclops against Galactus. Do you guys want to see other comparators? Do you guys think you're satisfied with Cyclops' output overall? Or do you think that he needs more? Does he need super armor? I personally still think he needs super armor. Or if he got like a crit rate buff on his 4th skill, it would make it more worthwhile to actually cast his 4th skill. As it stands right now, his 4th skill does like 1 damage. It does as much damage as his 1st skills. It's pretty brutal, but otherwise I'm pretty happy with the character, and I'll make a full dedicated video on my thoughts overall as far as the not recent trend, but I think that the trend that we're heading into for new tier 3s and what it sort of means for player decision making in the future, because we're sort of getting to that, we're getting to the cusp of the bubble popping in terms of, you know, not every tier 3 now is one that you're going to need, and that's good, because as we get more and more tier 3s, they should be specialized rather than just always power creeping on each other. You don't want to feel as though you have to chase every new tier 3, but you also don't want the tier 3s to join and be added to the game and be useless. So they need to have a function, but their function can't just be a bigger stick with, you know, a heavier fist to slam down with, or like a stronger arm to swing that stick with. So let me know what you guys think. Hit me up in the comments down below. Hit me up on Discord. Join the Discord. It's popping. And of course, if you like what you see, I hope to see you tomorrow. Take care.